Okay, so yesterday we have studied about the anatomy of your stomach, right? So at that time we have studied the location of the stomach, the surface marking of the stomach, and how it is related to anterior abdominal wall, how it is related to posterior abdominal wall, and what are the relations, right? The visceral relation, peritoneal relation, everything that we have studied, right? So today, what we'll study? We'll study the interior of the stomach. So the for the interior of the stomach, uh, uh, what we'll do? So see, if you'll see the stomach and you'll cut down that, okay. Then what you'll find inside that, you'll find some ridges, right? So suppose here I'll show you one cut section of your stomach, right? So this is the wall of the stomach, okay. So here you can see this is the wall, right? And here you'll find a valve, okay. So this valve is your, what is that, sphincter, no? This is a sphincter. Which sphincter it is? It is known as your pyloric sphincter, okay. This is known as your pyloric sphincter. Which one? This one, okay. Pyloric sphincter, okay. So this is the cut section. Cut section means what? We have taken out, suppose we have taken out the anterior surface, okay, or anterior wall. So at this point you will find that the fluid will come out through this, right? And this fluid will go in this way, right? And at this point you will find there are some muscles, okay. There are some, which muscles? Longitudinal muscles that is running downward, okay, making a canal like structure, okay. So this canal is known as your gastric canal. Gastric canal, okay. So like that, if you'll go just towards the left side, okay, at this point you will find there are some pits, okay. There are some pits in the ridges, okay, like this. You'll find some of the pits and the ridges, okay. So this pits and ridges, they are known as your, okay, which folds? The gastric folds. They are known as your gastric folds, okay. And the pits here, no, the depression parts, okay. So these depression parts are known as your gastric pits, okay. They are known as your gastric pit, okay. So there are folds and there are pits, right? So all these the folds and the pits, they are known as your, combinedly known as your gastric rugae, okay. They are known as gastric rugae, okay. We'll see the layers, the wall of the what is that, stomach, right? So at the most outer layer, okay, the most outer layer, here you'll see, okay. So this most outer layer, that is actually what? Covered by the peritoneum, okay. It is covered by peritoneum. So which layer it will be? Serous layer, because you know that the peritoneum, it is nothing but the, what is that, serous layer, right? So after this serous layer, or you can say the peritoneal layer, okay, here this color, that what I am showing you over here, this is your what? This is the muscular layer. Okay, this is your muscular layer. Okay, so serous layer, most outer part. Then we'll find the, what is that, muscular layer. And this muscular layer, okay, they are actually mainly you'll find the longitudinal muscles, the circular muscles, and the, what is that, oblique muscles. Okay,
सर रिपीट, मस्कुलर लेयर में कौन कौन सी मसल्स है?
there are longitudinal muscles,
जी सर.
circular muscles,
ओके सर.
and the oblique muscles. Oblique.
ओके सर.
Okay, so first we will find the serous coat. Okay, that is formed by the peritoneum. Okay, then we will find the muscular coat. Okay, so this muscular coat, that consists of 3 layers of unstripped muscles. Unstripped muscle. Okay, so this unstripped muscles, most outer part, what will find, you'll find the longitudinal muscles. So after the longitudinal muscles, it is outer. Okay, at the middle you'll find the circular muscles, and at the inner layer of the muscular layer, that consists of your oblique muscles. Okay, consist of your oblique muscles. Okay, so but you just remember, close to the pyloric end. Okay, the longitudinal muscles coat, they actually separates into superficial. From the superficial they are going towards the deep. Okay, from the at the pyloric end, the longitudinal muscles which is present at the outer part, okay, they will pierce these circular muscles and to the oblique muscles, and they will go deep to that and will make here the sphincter. Okay, so this sphincter, so this longitudinal superficial fibers, they will become the deep fibers. Okay, and these deep fibers, they will turn inward, okay, towards the pylorus end, and they will join with this circular muscle, right? Where you'll find, this is the circular muscles. Okay, so these longitudinal muscles at the pyloric end, they will go towards the, just 1 minute, they will go towards the circular muscles. Okay, and they will join over here. So where is the circular muscle? This is your circular muscle. Okay, this is your circular muscle that is present at the pyloric sphincter. Okay, so if you draw histologically the composition of your stomach, right, then what will find here, see, suppose here is the, what is that, serous layer. Okay, first layer is the serous layer, right? Then after that serous layer, what will find, there will find the muscular layer. So this muscular layer here, you will find which type of muscle, they are the longitudinal muscles. Okay, here you will find the longitudinal muscles. Okay, here you will find these muscles are longitudinal muscles. Okay, so this is the cross section, right? That's why I am drawing in dotted line. Why dotted line? Because if you'll cut the longitudinal section in TS, you'll find, what is that, suppose here is the longitudinal muscle. Okay, and you have taken in this cutting, right, and you are viewing from the top, right, so it will be look like this. Okay, so just I have make the dotted line over here, right, for the longitudinal muscle. Then just deep to that, okay, what will find, another type of muscle. That muscle is the circular muscles. Okay, these are the circular muscle coat you will find in this way. Okay, So first layer is the longitudinal muscle coat layer, then we'll find the longitudinal circular muscle layer, okay, in this way. Okay, then deep to that what we'll find, there we'll find the oblique muscles. Okay, here we'll find the oblique muscles, right? So you just level it. So this is your serous layer, then this whole is your what, muscular layer, okay. So among them most inner part is the oblique, then outside to that you'll find the circular, then outside to that you'll find the longitudinal. Clear? Okay, then what we'll find, the most inner part, that means the lumen. Okay, so if you'll go to the lumen part, there what we'll find, there will be the muscular what is that, sorry, you'll find the basement membrane. Okay, here we'll find the basement membrane, and on the basement membrane what we'll find, there will be the simple columnar epithelium. Okay, here we'll find the simple columnar epithelium. Okay, and these are the nucleus, longitudinal appearance, they are the nucleus. Okay, then after this layer, okay, if we'll go down to that, right, what we'll find, there will find a muscular layer. Okay, that muscular layer is your, you got what is this?
No, sir.
This is your mucosal layer. Okay, this whole is your mucosal layer, okay. So at the mucosal layer what will find, there is the longitudinal cells. Okay, these longitudinal cells are simple columnar epithelium, simple columnar epithelium. Okay, so after this simple columnar epithelium what will find, there is a muscle coat. Okay, irregular muscle coat. Okay, that made up of the smooth muscles. Okay, so this smooth muscles coat, that is the, what is that, muscular mucosae. So muscular mucosae is there, then we'll find the, what is that, basement membrane over here. Okay, and after that you'll find this simple columnar epithelium. Okay, so this layer is your mucosal layer, and after that mucosal layer what you'll find, here you'll find there are some nerves. Okay, some glands over here. Okay, that is what, your gastric glands, no, and you'll find some arteries over here. Okay, and some veins are there. Okay, along with that what you'll find, you'll find the connective tissue. Okay, you'll find the connective tissue. So this layer is known as your submucosal layer, submucosal layer. So if you'll take a section, suppose this is your stomach, and we have taken a section over here. Okay, and we are looking at the walls. Okay, the walls of the thickening of the wall. So here you can see, this is the wall of the stomach. So we have cut down like this, and we are seeing only the wall part. Okay, what are the things they are made up of? So most outer part you will find the serous layer, that means it is the peritoneal layer. Then we will find the muscular layer. So muscular layer consists of your oblique muscle, your circular muscles, and most outer is the longitudinal muscles. Then after this, okay, deep to the muscular layer, we will find the submucosal layer. Okay, so the submucosal layer that consists of your gastric glands that you can observe over here. Okay, these are the gastric glands, some arterial terminals, some venous terminals, right, and some nerve fibers over there, and you will find the connective tissue. Okay, so these all things are known as your submucosal layer. Then just deep to that, okay, this is the inner part. Okay, inner, or you can say near the lumen. Okay, and this is the outer part. Okay, so at the inner part, that is made up of your, what is that, mucosal layer. So this mucosal layer consists of your simple columnar epithelium along with the muscular mucosae. Okay, muscular mucosae and the simple columnar epithelium. These two structures, they make the mucosal layer, right? So every GIT, if you'll take every section of the GIT, what will find? Most inner part you will find the mucosal layer. Okay, most inner part, that will find, what is that, your mucosal layer. Then you will find the what is that, mucosal layer. Then you will find the submucosal layer. Okay, then you will find the muscular layer. Then you will find the serous layer. Okay, so these four things you will find in every GIT, right? Most outer, serous. Deep to that, muscular layer. Deep to that, submucosal layer. Deep to that, what is that, mucosal layer. Okay, so like this we will find every part of your GIT. Okay, you will find these four layers. Okay, what is at the outside? Outside, it is the serosal layer. Okay, that is made up of your peritoneum. Okay, then deep to that, what will find? Muscular layer. Okay, you will find the muscular layer. Okay, so this muscular layer has how many layers? It is the 3 layers.
Three muscles.
Yes, outer,
Longitudinal,
circular,
circular and
oblique. Okay, then deep to that, what will find? Submucosal layer.
mucosal layer.
Yes.
Then mucosal layer.
Yes, submucosal layer. What will find there? You will find the vessels. Okay, you will find the nerves. You will find the glands, and you will find the, what is that, connective tissue. And deep to that, what will find? Mucosal layer. Mucosal layer. Okay, so this mucosal layer, that is mainly the simple columnar epithelium. Okay, and what will find? Another thing is the muscular mucosae, not continuous. We'll find ill-defined small, what is that? Okay, like this you will find the cells. Okay, these are the which muscle? Smooth muscle. Okay, these are the smooth muscle layer. Okay, that will find. So this is the total, the architecture of your, what is that, GIT. We have studied about the gastric folds and gastric rugae, right? So gastric fold and gastric rugae, they are the same term, right? The mucosa of an empty stomach, that is thrown into numerous folds, that is known as your gastric rugae. Okay, what is that fold? These folds are what is that? That is, they are made up of your columnar epithelium. Okay, they are made up of your columnar epithelium. Okay, so this thrown out folds of what is that? Your gastric wall is known as your gastric folds, or you can say it is the rugae. Okay, so after this we have to remember one thing, that if this is the greater curvature and this is your lesser curvature, right? So along the lesser curvature you will find there is the longitudinal folds. Okay, there is the longitudinal folds. But if you will go outward, okay, what will find? There will find that scattered folds are there. Okay, and they are actually numerous folds that will find over here. Okay, and these numerous folds are irregular in nature. Okay, but these folds are regular and longitudinal. Okay, that's why what will happen, those who are taking alcohol, okay, so if you or you'll take the spicy food, okay, so whatever the food will be go towards the stomach through this esophagus, okay, here the most culprit or the most touchable part is what? Because this thing will come in this way, no, the fluid or the food ball that will come to the stomach through this longitudinal fibers to this antrum, okay, pyloric antrum and the body, right? That's why if you will take the spicy food, or you will take the oily food, or the simply without water, if you will take the rum or whiskey, right, then that will just touch to which part of the curvature? The lesser curvature, right? Because here is the canal. What is this canal? Gastric canal. Okay, so this gastric canal, that is the most culprit, okay, to make the, what is that, ulceration, or that makes the mainly the inflammation of the stomach, okay, or and that makes the gastritis, right? So like that you will find the gastric pits over here, and these are small depressions. Okay, pits are small depressions on the mucosal surface. Okay, and these pits, they are nothing but the opening of your glands, right? Here you will find what? This is the folds, right? Here you will find suppose another fold. Okay, all these are what? Columnar epithelium. No, I am not drawing. Okay, so in between these two folds, at this point you will find a pit over here. Okay, what will find? Pit. Okay, so this pit, that is actually, it gives opening to the glands. Which gland? This is your gastric gland. Okay, so this gastric gland presents at where? It presents at the submucosal area. No, submucosal layer. Okay, it presents at submucosal layer, but their openings are at the mucosal layer. At where? At the pit. Okay, so this is the pit. Okay, that is the gastric pit, right? Like that, what I have told you about the what is that? The canal. Okay, so this is the canal. Which canal? Gastric canal. Okay, so this gastric canal, as I told you, it is the longitudinal furrow. Okay, and when you will swallow any food particle, okay, that will go in between these longitudinal folds. Okay, so these longitudinal folds, they are actually the mucosal folds. Okay, along the lesser curvature. Okay, and that is actually known as the gastric canal. And this gastric canal, that forms due to the firm attachment of your gastric mucosa to the underlying muscular layer. Okay, and actually this canal that allows the rapid passage of swallowed liquids along the lesser curvature, okay, to the lower part of the stomach, right? So this lesser curvature, that is actually the maximum insult area, okay, during the swallowing of your spicy food or any irritable liquid, that is mainly the alcohol, okay, and that makes the vulnerable at this point over here, and that makes the gastric ulcers, okay. So ulceration occurs mainly at this uh, gastric canal. Clear? So this is the stomach. Right now, what we'll do? We'll just make the we'll see how the arterial supply is there. Right? Okay. So as you know that at this point you will find a artery. What is this artery? This is your, what is this artery? This artery is your what? Descending thoracic aorta becomes here abdominal aorta. Okay. So here you will find the abdominal aorta. Okay. At the, from the abdominal aorta, you know there is the presence of your, which artery this is? Splenic artery. Okay. This is the splenic artery. Okay. And from this splenic artery, there are 4-5 branches. They are going towards the spleen. Along with that, here you will find some arteries. They are coming from this splenic artery, 4 to 5 branches. They are known as your short gastric artery. Okay. Like that, one branch is descending downward and supplying to here. Okay. That is known as your left gastroepiploic artery. Okay. This is known as your left. Okay. So what is this? This is your short gastric artery. Okay. Branch of splenic artery. Okay. So here you will find the left gastroepiploic artery. Okay. And what is this? As you know, this is the splenic artery. Okay. Splenic artery. Okay. So like that, here we will find another artery. Okay. That artery, it is just going in this way. What is this artery? We can say common hepatic artery. Okay. So from this common hepatic artery, one artery, it is descending downward behind the duodenum. Okay. And going in this way towards the pancreas. Okay. This is known as your gastroduodenal artery. Okay. This is known as your gastroduodenal artery. Okay. Like that, one artery, it is coming from in this way and going along the lesser curvature. Okay. This is your what? Left gastric artery. Okay. Like that, one branch from the common hepatic artery, it is going in this way and anastomosis with this. Okay. This is your right gastric artery. Okay. So just label it. This is what? Common hepatic artery. Okay. But this is what? Sorry. This is hepatic artery proper. Okay. Hepatic. This is now na hepatic artery proper. Okay. But this is what? Common hepatic artery. Common hepatic artery. Okay. And from there, this artery is coming what? This is the right gastric artery. Right gastric artery. Branch of common hepatic artery. Okay. Then here you'll find the another artery. So this artery is your gastroduodenal artery. Gastroduodenal artery. Okay. So from this gastroduodenal artery, another artery, okay, that is also coming, running in this way. Okay. What is that artery? That is running in this way, and it is going towards the left. What is that? Left gastroepiploic artery. So this one will be your right. What is that? Right gastroepiploic artery. Right gastroepiploic artery. Okay. So this is the total blood supply, or you can say the arterial supply to the, this one is what? Left gastric artery, no? Left gastric artery. Okay. So this is the blood supply of the stomach. Clear? Then we'll see the venous drainage. Now we'll see the venous drainage. Okay. How this venous drainage occurs. See, after going, this is splenic artery, when it goes towards the spleen. Okay. So from that spleen, what will happen? The splenic vein will be come out. Okay. So like that, here we'll find the accompanying this artery ends over here. Then we'll find what? There will be short gastric veins. Okay. They are the short gastric veins. Okay. So the short gastric veins, they will drain to, what is that? They will drain to here. What is this vein? The splenic vein. Okay. This is your splenic vein. Okay. The splenic vein will be over here. Right. And from this greater curvature upper part, okay, you will find the left gastroepiploic vein that will drain to splenic vein in this way. Okay. They will drain to splenic vein. Okay. These are the splenic veins. Okay. Left gastroepiploic vein that will drain to splenic vein. Okay. Like that, here you will find the right gastroepiploic vein. Okay. So this right gastroepiploic vein, it will drain to, here you will find a vein. Okay. A great vein. Okay. So this vein will be known as your superior mesenteric vein. Okay. This is your superior mesenteric vein. So this right gastroepiploic vein that will drain to, what is that? Your superior mesenteric vein. Okay. And the superior mesenteric vein that goes back to the duodenum. Okay. But I will draw here at the front. Okay. To make you understand. But it is posterior relation to the duodenum. Okay. So here you will find, what is that? Superior mesenteric vein. Right. So the superior mesenteric vein, this is your what? Superior mesenteric vein. So when the superior mesenteric vein that drains, that receives the blood from the splenic vein. Okay. Here you can see, this is your what? Splenic vein. Splenic vein drains to superior mesenteric vein. The right gastroepiploic vein drains to superior mesenteric vein. So remember, here you will find another vein. That vein is your inferior mesenteric vein. Okay. And that also drain to splenic vein. Okay. Okay. So see, here what you will find, this is your what? I will make another color. Okay. This is your inferior mesenteric vein. Okay. So the inferior mesenteric vein that goes upward and drains to splenic vein. Okay. This is your splenic vein. Okay. Then this splenic vein that will drain to, what is this one? This one is your superior mesenteric vein. Okay. So when the splenic vein and the superior mesenteric vein, they unites, okay, they form here. Okay, what is this vein right now? That is known as your portal vein. Portal vein. Okay, that means what? The portal vein, that is the union of superior mesenteric vein and the splenic vein, right? So here you'll find the splenic vein. Oh, sorry. What is this vein? Portal vein. Okay. So this is the portal vein. Clear? And this portal vein, it receives the blood. Okay. From the, what is that? This one is your right gastric vein. Okay. This vein will be your right gastric vein. Okay. So the right gastric vein, that will also drain to portal vein. Okay, that will drain to portal vein. Okay, like that the left gastric vein, that will also drain to the portal vein. Okay, so this is the venous drainage of your stomach. Clear? See, what is that? The short, just 1 minute. Okay, the short gastric vein, okay, like your short gastric artery, you'll find the short gastric vein, they will drain to splenic vein. Okay, and the left gastroepiploic vein accompanying to the artery, that will drain to splenic vein. Then the inferior mesenteric vein, that will drain to splenic vein. Okay, then you'll find the inferior mesenteric vein and splenic vein, they will go towards the superior mesenteric vein. Okay, so the superior mesenteric vein, that actually receives blood from the splenic vein and from the, what is this, right gastroepiploic vein. So when the splenic vein and 1 minute. Okay, when the splenic vein and your superior mesenteric vein, they unites together. Okay, they forms the portal vein. Okay, they forms portal vein, and this portal vein, that receives blood from the right gastric vein and from the left gastric vein. Okay, and this portal vein, that will go towards the liver. Okay, so this is all about your venous drainage. Any doubt? Now we'll see the what is that, lymphatic drainage. Okay, and our chapter will be finished. Okay, only after the lymphatic drainage our stomach chapter will be finished, right? Okay, so here what we find, the stomach over here. Okay, then the lesser curvature. Okay, in this way, right? So this is the stomach. So at this level, what we'll do, we'll just divide the stomach into two parts. Okay, divide into two parts. What is that? This one is the right part and this one will be your left part. Okay, again this left part, okay, we can divide into two. Okay, upper, this is the upper left, this is the lower left. Okay, and here you can divide in this way. This is your upper right and this is your lower right. Okay, so what we'll find here, at this point you will find some, what is that, lymph nodes. Okay, here you will find some lymph nodes. So these lymph nodes, that is known as your pancreaticosplenic nodules. Okay, this is known as your pancreaticosplenic because related to spleen, right? Pancreatico-splenic nodules. Okay, and here you will find some lymph nodes at this point. Okay, at this point. So these lymph nodes, they are known as your right gastroepiploic nodes. These are right gastroepiploic nodes. Okay, like that. Here at the pyloric part, you will find some lymph nodes. Okay, these lymph nodes are known as the pyloric nodes. Okay, they are known as the pyloric nodes. Okay, and at this point, above to that pyloric nodes, you will find some lymph nodes at this point. Okay, these are the right gastric nodes. Okay, these are the right gastric nodes. Okay, and here you will find another nodes. Okay, at this point near the liver. Okay, they are known as the, what is that, hepatic nodes. Okay, these are known as the hepatic nodes. Like that, this is your right gastric nodes. At this point you will find the left gastric nodes. These are the left gastric nodes. Okay, and all these, they will drain ultimately to a principal node that is present over here. Okay, so this principal node is known as your celiac node. Okay, this is known as your celiac node. Right, that means what? The lymph from the, so see, this is the area number 1, upper right. Okay, and the here will find this is the area number 2, this is area number 3, and this is the area number 4. Okay, so from the area number 1, okay, it will drain to here, the you can say it is the very largest area along the lesser curvature, and all these lymph from this area, they will drain into the left gastric lymph nodes. Okay, they will drain to the left gastric lymph nodes. Okay, and it also receives from the esophageal part. Okay, esophageal part, mainly the abdominal part of the esophagus. Okay, and this area number 2 that you can see here, that includes the pyloric antrum, mainly over here, right? So this pyloric antrum and the pyloric canal along the greater curvature of the stomach, right? So mainly at this region you will find the carcinoma. Okay, this is the main culprit for the carcinoma. Okay, so carcinoma means what? The malignant, or you can say the cancer cells, right? And here most frequently occurs at this area number 2. Okay, and the lymph from this area, they drained into the right right gastroepiploic nodes, right? Okay, then you will see the area number 3. Okay, so the area number 3 above here, right? So this area, otherwise known as your pancreatico-splenic area. Okay, pancreatico-splenic area that drains into the pancreatico-splenic lymph nodes. Okay, along the splenic artery. Okay, then you will see the area number 4. So this area number 4 that includes your upper part of the pyloric canal and the pyloric antrum. Okay, and it mainly associated with your lesser curvature. Okay, so all these, they will drain into the right gastric nodes. Okay, along the right gastric artery, and all also it drains some part of the pyloric part also drain to the hepatic nodes. Okay, and finally all these nodes, they will drain, all this group of nodes, they will drain into the celiac node, okay, along the these celiac nodes, okay, they will receive all these nodes, peripheral nodes, and these lymph will ultimately will drain to the cisterna chyli. Okay, what is this cisterna chyli? Cisterna chyli. Okay, so this cisterna chyli, that is the mainly the bag of what is that lymph vessel, okay, bag like structure that is present at the lumbar region, okay, through which your thoracic duct starts, right?